All right. As I stated, it didn't take very long to paint it. I don't know how long we were gone, but it can't be too long. Took less than a half an ounce of paint to paint it. And so now we get to see what it looks like. See if we can get it apart without screwing it up. This is always the fun part, I think.
Like opening up a Christmas present.
Or the disastrous part. It depends. But I think we're going to use heat on these.
That'd be a bad idea.
Rip, thank you. Now, even though this stuff is low tack, it's still pretty damn tacky. Oh, sorry about that, guy. There just ain't no room, you know. And even if there was room, I couldn't get the camera close enough that you could see it. So it's got to be this way. It took like no paint at all. What I used, 1.5 cups of red, those little tiny cups, and 1/2 cup of black.
Yeah.
Those are 1/4 ounce cups, so did it add any weight? If it did, you couldn't, I doubt you could register it. Just warming it up a bit. I'm not really heating it. I'm just warming it. Now, back in the day, when we used to have to tape these things out by hand, it would have been a 2-day project just taping it off.
Too fond of.
All right, well, I got that. Awful lot of work for 2 seconds painting.
Yeah.
Well, what do you think? Does that look like the logo?
Yeah.
So now, rip. Turn it all right.
Yeah. That's good.
Too much shadow.
A little bit is a long way, that's for sure.
You know, those shadows should have been done with my other airbrush.
Yeah.
I think I still got an airbrush here.
Little one.
Yeah. I have two in the box in there, but I have another one that was an Iwata. I got shit all over the country. I don't know where the hell it's all at.
Yeah, it's tough, isn't it?
I don't care, as long as you get the job done.
You do that weekend.
Right here. Okay. I think we'll. So far, I haven't seen any bleed through. So far.
Good.
Usually red, you're gonna find bleed through somewhere. Four and one. Nobody's saying nothing. Okay. They just want to see the airplane or see the misery that I go through.
Yeah, we say misery loves company.
Oh, isn't that a bummer? Didn't have no red, little black though.
That'd be just as bad.
I need to get the alcohol on it real quick. I think it'll rub off. Yeah, it's supposed spoke too soon.
Yeah. Counting them there chickens.
Okay. Yay. Yay. Be very careful when rubbing off overspray with alcohol, because if you rub too hard, it'll take that paint right off.
Yeah, that's even with 70%, not 92 or whatever it is. I got that done now. That's done now.
I think we'll soften it up first. Looks like I might have missed and got a little yellow on the white. That won't be hard to pick up though. Yeah. Just spray a little white touch up on that. I got a line about a 32nd of an inch tall above the, right here, where I missed with the tape.
Yeah. Not bad.
Not good. It ain't good. Well, you guys have now seen it. The graphics on my airplane are never decaled. The reason being is real airplanes don't use decals. Man, that's gonna take some picking there. Get that off. Oh shoot. I don't understand what's wrong with this stupid thing. There we go. Oh, let's see. Let's see. Somebody said something, but I can't see what the hell they said. Can I contact you about buying stencils when I'm ready for them? Well, as long as you have exactly what you want, you can call me. And when I mean exactly, size and font type. Cannot get this stupid thing off. There we go. There we go. Okay. At least the outboard side came out perfect. Inboard side won't be much. A couple, 2,000 grit sandpaper sand that. It might go away like that other spot did.
Yeah.
Getting these started is always tough. The center part of the shell.
Yeah, I did them Sunoco ones. They're a pain in the butt too.
Yeah, I'm having a heck of a time with this guy.
That came out pretty good.
You open it big.
Yeah, it's big all the way back. It's full. The whitest part full. needed on there. All it does is just keep scratching up the inside.
With the intensity of a surgeon.
Yeah. Yep. Shit. I'm gonna get it.
Yeah, now.
18 and a half with enough room for that to come in there and not be flat.
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
18 and a half.
Yeah, you just have to turn RPM up a little bit higher. So I'm running about 10 grand, 95 to 98 on the P65.
You'll run 85 to 9,000 on a 75.
Yeah.
Blah. Where are my flaps?
One.
This was the most important part to doctor up the mistake that I made from the last trip. I'm still got to work on these. They need a little doctored up on the white on the end, but the black was what really stuck out on the checks. So we see if I did it right. It's inboard or outboard? Gonna say
You got a half an inch there taped off over that?
inch
Yeah.
or better. What happened? My wing grew while I went downstairs.
Where you throw a loop. How many times have you built two left-hand wing pins?
Never.
Never? I have. I'm not afraid to admit. I certainly have.
Never. Especially since the advent of lost phone. I mean,
Well, yeah, because you got two cores, but in the old days, you used to get like a half of a rib layout on the plan, half of a wing layout, not the full thing, or you had to cut the plans up to take them together to.
and the white on these flaps are gonna need some serious doctoring. I got it coming up.
Yeah, it's pretty tough.
But it is on the bottom side. But don't matter, Jim Lynch will be looking.
Where you at there, Jim?
I gotta fix it. Gotta Got a couple disasters, really. I need to fix that dent in the nose.
You think about it, that sort of keeps you in check, Oh, Jimmy.
Yeah.
That keeps you thinking. When do you stop? That's another one. When do you stop? What are you gonna push for?
I don't think them guys are going to be judging appearance anymore. But in the spirit of Jim Lynch and Charlie Reeves, you want to continue on. That turned out real nice.
Yep, you gotta make it right.
Yeah, that finished that off. But like I say, there is a couple of doctor spots I need to do on the white. But I'll probably work on that tomorrow after laundry. Okay. Now, oh no, I got the MC72 underneath to pull off yet. And come out perfect. Perfecto. See if we can get this one off. You get to a point where you just almost don't want to tape anymore for fear something's going to screw up.
Oh yeah, sure do. It'll pull mind games on you.
Come on. I run you pretty hard when I come over, don't I?
Well,
that turned out real nice.
I mean, I do just the same a lot of times when you're not here, but it's my body's broke down. Yeah, I realize, when that comes to me, I get out of the car and walk to the back of Walmart and I'm about whooped. 3, 6. I've had over 1,000 blood transfusions and
Oh man, I got a little bit of black there on the bottom.
get her off. Get her done. Get her done. Get her done.
Don't want to have you worried about that. Nothing.
I'll be saying that. What you gonna do about that there, son? Gonna have a few little magic marker spots to do. Half an inch off that pipe.
I'll tell you what my problem is. Once I sit down, once I stop moving,
Oh yeah. I get that too. If I go in there and get my easy chair and kick my feet up, I go to get up to walk. I can't walk because my feet hurt so bad. It's part of the, diabetes thing. You got neuropathy. Well, my neuropathy makes it feel like my feet are asleep, like you got 10,000 needles in them. You know what I mean? My dad's neuropathy, now his feet were just flat numb. He couldn't feel them. So he'd trip over things, plunges all get out. And that's almost 3/4 of an inch.
whack it off.
Man, you know how I am. I got something set in my mind. And I could go back there anymore, take some pretty big surgery. Take that nuts off. It'll be at 18 and 5/8. I think my 65 I got set at 18. And this thing's almost 10 grand.
Well,
I might not be able to run that prop if it turns 10 grand.
they make it turn 10 grand. You set it till it's 4-stroking, let her rip. Let her rip, tater chip.
Might have not have
COVID.
I can't get this out.
What?
Aluminum. But see the heat.
Okay, do another flap and then put the motor back in it and head out. The only bad thing about coming over here is it seems like I don't have a day off. I mean,
You're either gonna be doing it here, or you're gonna be doing it at home.
this is harder work than work. Harder work than work. So I painted 2 colors today, and it took all day to tape and 2 seconds to paint. What really needs to happen is I need to get on the stick and do all this taping over at home.
Yeah, that helps. You can't do it ahead of time, you can very much ahead of time.
Yeah, I can't leave the tape on.
Right.
That's another thing, guys. If you tape something, make sure you get it off same day. Or you'll be sorry. When I was first learning about things, I taped the canopy off, and I left it set about a month. That airplane was ruined.
Yeah, that's not a good deal.
I don't know if this is going to show up on camera, but I'll try to. I'll get a close up of it. I gave that painting tip about rolling the tape back on itself. I didn't want to paint this whole square black. A couple of reasons. I didn't want to go through the rigmarole. I got two touch-up spots on it. Yeah. But you'll never be able to see it. If you look here, there's no transition, there's no hard line because I rolled the tape back on itself and you can't tell. So that's a good thing. So I'll have to work on the flap tomorrow. Get a little brush and a couple of dots of paint here and there. Touch up. Put the motor back in there. .70 ounces. This it's actually losing weight. Where are my longbows? Oh, there they are.
All over with but the crying now, as I say.
What'd you do? I thought you had your landing gear doors painted once.
No,
No,
No.
these.
I did.
Why'd you sand them off?
They weren't fitting the way I wanted them to.
Now, that makes sense.
So I actually scabbed on another piece of wood on the bottom of them,
Raised them up.
sanded them back down. Now I still might have to do that again. I don't really like the way they're fitting now. I mean, they're probably all right for most people, but I think they're a little bit low now again. They were low before. I think I got them down low again.
Put
How?
these at 64th ply on them.
I already got that on the bottoms of them.
70 ounces.
Yeah. Man, I wish I had some of that gray coupler that they used to come with these headers. Doesn't last as long as this stuff does, but it was lighter and thinner, half the thickness.
Well, lighter is always better in my book, as you know.
Yeah. This stuff is a good 1/8 of an inch thick. And I've looked at silicone rubber, like water. Oh, this stuff right here might be the ticket.
Yeah, it won't last.
Look at the difference.
I know, but it won't last.
It probably won't, but that gray stuff was about that thick. That'd be half the weight. Just replace it every
10 minutes.
3 or 4 flights. I mean, you got some of this. I gave you some of this.
Yeah.
They're not even here. They got this stuff, which is silicone water heater pipe.
Where did that come from, that 5 foot of stuff you got there?
That thin walled stuff?
Yeah. Radical RC?
No. I can't remember. It wasn't Radical. Marked $10. I thought it was a stunt flyer. See how heavy that stuff is? But that stuff, I'll tell you, that stuff's heavy, and if you could even get it to stretch enough to get over that, you'd be lucky because it's got that threads running through it and all that.
I've used that before. It's heavy.
It's heavier than this 1/8 inch heavy wall silicone.
He used to give out red stuff too.
Yeah. That's heater hose.
Okay, let's see what it looks like. I gotta add the paste of resistance.
Yeah.
Here's the paste of resistance right here. I can hardly wait till I can paint that black. I guess I could paint it now. So, got plenty of work to do. Wicks. I think I'm gonna go with a different end number, bigger.
Mm-hmm. I think this stuff will work all right as long as you don't have very much gap in there. If you're trying to stretch your pipe length by
A foot.
yeah.
Take these with me. These go back in the box. I'll leave these here. Starting to get dark.
Turn into a great pumpkin.
Yeah, man, I'm so bummed out about that yellow. And it's just a yellow line. Yeah. Maybe I can get it off. I'll try a piece of 320. Oh yeah. You know, just aggravation.
Yeah, it'll be all right by the time I get my standoff underneath of it. It's barely all right. Could take another 1/4 inch off of it and be better off.
There we go. Hit it with some 2000 and now I don't have to put any paint there.
Not through the paint, not through the white.
Always better to take off than put on. We'll have to put a little white there though. Oh well. Yeah, it's gonna have to get dusted. Oh, well. What do you guys think? Did it turn out all right? Dr. Pepper come out all right?
What are you gonna do on the inboard side?
Here?
Yeah.
I don't know. I really would like to get a couple of red sunbursts going back so that it covers half my elevator like my other one did.
Yeah, I know the elevators, if you don't have anything on them, it makes them sort of look funny. That little blank.
But I need to catch up with fixing this spot here and then that red stripe goes down here. That's probably an all-day project.
That red stripe will look great. That'll really accent that checkerboard. It'll give it also the illusion of a hinge line that's back there too.
I would have done this red stripe at the same time I did this, but these backers were in the way. So kind of got to do what I got to
It
do.
is what it is.
Huh?
It is what it is, as they say. It'll come together. It's coming together now. Look at me. I'm still 3 weeks behind you. I got a week of fixing things still. Getting this white, getting primer, getting on that, getting the pipe tunnel done, getting the inside the motor compartment, tank compartment done, painting the wheel spats.
Ain't bad. See what mine weighs.
75 ounces.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Yeah, hernia.
Yeah. Look at the scale.
59.
Should be lighter.
I can feel mine's heavier just picking it up right now. B64. Going with B64. I wish it was 58.
Which blocks?
The two on the left
Top. We need to make a cradle.
You gotta put it on the corner, aiming this way with the tail sticking off the end of the bench right there.
Well, then the landing gear would touch the ground.
No, it'll still touch the ground with those in there. They're not tall enough. Got turned upside down.
Well, then I have to set my pilot on
You
the
have
bottom.
to take dingle ball out of there.
Yeah.
You need to get all that stuff down there so you don't puncture a hole, man. Dingle ball.
He gets
over
weight
there.
too.
You gotta, yeah, we can set him on. You gotta put it like that and then put the tail down out the end down there.
Well, I've got fingerprints everywhere on this thing.
Drop down off the side of the table. Ring or ring. Come on.
So it's 1648, 58 ounces. $58 ounces. What the hell am I gonna do?
You're gonna put 2 more ounces of clear and paint on it and have it come out at 60. You're still below 64, which is the cutoff for 15, so.
Yeah, I know, but that's not the exercise. The exercise is to get it as light as possible.
I understand that, but it ain't gonna be there. You didn't put the wood in it for one. You didn't have the wood. Without that, you're shot in the water.
Well, it ain't for a lack of trying, because there ain't no extra parts in it.
You left out all the hatches for adjustment and stuff. You don't do anything, you cut it open.
I never put hatches in anything. This is alcohol. $58 ounces. 16 and 16.
2 ounces is the difference between the wood that you had to work with and the wood that I had to work with.
How much is it?
2 ounces.
No, you had better wood than I did.
I don't think so.
This is my third choice wood in this airplane. That is the same wood that's in my other one.
I don't know. I thought I built that Pennzoil airplane, now that wood. Think so. And it came out 62. Praise Bly. Guess what this one's gonna come out 62, about 62, 63.
Anybody that tells you, I don't care, the balsa peregrine or whatever the hell he wants to call it, instead of using 4-pound 16th, use 8-pound 32nd. It don't work.
Well, technically it's the same,
It's supposed to, but it don't work.
but I don't think it works. And you run into other problems that go along with that. You're doing stuff with 16th inch sheet that you should be doing with 3/32 or 1/8 inch.
All this airplane
And
is 332.
it makes it so hard. I built an airplane out all 16, everything. Fuselage
That one, isn't it?
sides, no, this one isn't that way, but most of it is a whole wing 16. The fuselage sides are 3/32. They're not, they're thinner than an 1/8 inch. All that back there is built up. The flaps are built up. So the fuselage is a little bit thinner than what you normally build one, not 1/8 inch. So I cut corners everywhere I could. Geodetic wing, use less grips. I hollowed those things out to about less than a 3/8 of an inch around the outsides of them. Cap strips, I did a 1/4 inch wide instead of,
No,
or
316.
3/16 wide instead of a 1/4 or 3/8 or trailing edge. I did that at
3/4.
I had to do it larger because it was 1 inch.
Yeah, because you set your flaps in.
Yeah, so I got the overhang for the flaps to recess in them. I did basically the same build-up wingtips. They're built up. This whole front part looks solid. This looks solid, but it's all hollowed out to an 1/8 of an inch thick.
Well, I gave up a little bit because these are solid wingtips.
I can lose a little bit off these wheels by going to the wheels that you got on your airplane. That'd save me an ounce. Go to a wood prop. I'd save an ounce.
Well, if my slow boat from China ever gets here, I got them other CAS tank that's smaller for this airplane that should weigh less.
You're not gonna have to run a bunch of tubing around there in a big circle and stuff to get it to.
Hope not.
I know that there was, what was your airplane was overrunning last year, wasn't it?
No, didn't run long enough for a pattern.
No, that's the little airplane. The big airplane.
Yeah, 'cause-
Overrunning. wasn't
Yeah,
it?
because I was putting too much fuel in it.
Yeah.
I didn't have my act together because, we didn't fly much last year.
No, we didn't. If we flew a gallon of fuel last year, it was a gallon of fuel. That's about it.
I think, what did I have before the net? So
I think we flew a little more than a gallon of fuel, but still.
5 flights maybe?
Yeah, probably. I flew more than you did because I went out on Tuesday nights and flew. Club nights. Which isn't a lot because you got mainly the guys are only using one circle and you can't get them to utilize both the circles. They won't split up. So you got 10 guys or 8 guys flying on one circle from 6 o'clock in the evening or 5:30 until 9 o'clock. So you're lucky if you get 2 flights apiece in. And if you get 3 flights in, it's because you stayed there until it was almost too dark to see your airplane. Which we've done many a time. Get an extra flight in. But, 3 flights don't do much. We get more benefit, me and you get more benefit with just the 2 of us going out there on a circle, setting up some posts or something, and flying and critiquing and flying and critiquing and spending 6 hours out there. Now you're still only going to get 6 flights in, but
6 flights in, and it's 6 hours?
6 for you, 6 for me. That's 12 flights plus the critiquing time, and there's going to be a lunch break in there somewhere. And we'll probably go out in the mornings. If you stay past 1 o'clock, 2, then the winds start coming up. They don't die down until 7 o'clock at night.
This thing needs a little silver on it. I might paint this nose cowl silver.
You got your swoopy doops to put up there.
Yeah. Maybe coming from under the silver cowl or over the top of the silver cowl. Won't be gold though.
Oh yeah, won't be gold. Walmart gold.
That was AutoZone gold.
Yeah.
Was good in a pinch.
Yeah, served its purpose. Actually went down pretty good for what it was for a rattle can.
This is gonna be red right here, and I am gonna paint this black.
You decided finally?
Yeah.
I wouldn't paint the canopy framing black. I'd only paint the very top of that black.
Here?
I wouldn't paint none of that black.
Or
I just paint the top of that black.
We're gonna stop it right there.
Yeah. Don't even come down. Well, you can come down on the sides. It might look better.
Because the original was black. I'm happy with this, how it turned out. I mean, it was a pain in the ass to do, but I think it added something to add those things. That side there has some swirlicules on it, but I ain't doing that.
That'd be too much like work. That would be work, literally. You're not going to see them once you get to clear them. Clear hides a lot of shit. And you only see them because you know they're there. And now that you brought them up to me, I know they're there. But the shading, the shadowing came out nice.
Almost what?
I'm not going to go there. See, you did the extras on those, and now these don't look like they're...
I know, but the only one on the can that has that is this one. If you look at the box.
The box art is different than the can.
Yeah, the box art is like this.
Mm-hmm.
And the 23 has a bunch of little swirlicules that come off of it. You know, French, and I'm not gonna go there, that's too much. So we'll just leave it at that. I guess maybe I could put one over there, just, one of these. One on the bottom, maybe.
That's where I would say to put it. If you're going to put it here. It has to either be like that. It has to either be here or here.
Yeah, one on the bottom.
See, then you start adding to that, then you gotta add to that, and then you gotta add to that, and it's just such a.
That MC72 under there come out good.
Yeah.
That hit that spot. I'm happy. Didn't get as much done. I would have liked to repair this, but you know, this spot right here is just gonna be so much work to do.
Oh, yeah. There's the two little ones. What is the one?
The other one on the back ain't getting fixed.
Oh, I didn't put, that's my clunk in my tank and you know, these two are really, they're the same airplane.
Yep. A little different shape, though. Same numbers. Well, guys, I'm tired. I'm going to drive home. I might be on later tonight. I don't know. I appreciate you watching. I'm sure we bored you to death. Nice hat. You bet. Oh, John's or mine, Roy?
That's all I'm saying. My cheap cow.
I'm whooped. Tired today. Or the original Nobler, the world's finest precision stunt model by Dobrak.
I built that airplane back in, I don't know, 2000 maybe, 98. And that airplane came out ready to fly with all kit wood, 40 ounces. Ready to fly. That was a nice kit. Yeah, everything there essentially exactly the same airplane.
So you need a quart of clear and a quart of white and a gallon of clear to finish that up. You'll be right in there with Kenny.
No, it's not quarter clear. I'm only painting the gray spots. I'm not painting the whole airplane. The rest of the airplane's got plenty of paint on, I think. It's the bare spots and the spots with the gray on it, just enough to cover the gray, and then I'm gonna start working on trim colors. And if I have to change my paint scheme to be different so that it covers some of the bare spots, and so be it. I'll do it like that.
You're learning.
I'm tickled that at least I got the pipe tunnel cut out and the pipe sort of fitted in there, and
You know, if I'd have stuck with my original paint scheme with this, it'd be 65 ounce. Because I wanted to paint it red, white, and then paint it red.
yeah. Double layer of paint. Heavy color. Well, white's your heaviest paint anyway. But are you gonna fix that?
I'll do it at home. I'll use the green.
Okay. 70 ounces.
Yeah, but my eye goes right to it. It's right there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how the hell that happened. What I think happened is the wood just, same with that one back there.
Is that where that bulkhead's at?
No.
Back further? It's about 2 inches back from leading into the wing, isn't it?
Bulkhead's right there. Oh, you know what? Maybe.
Wonder if that didn't suck in there.
From gluing? Maybe.
Guess would do that to you.
It wasn't there when I painted it though.
No, because I'll tell you what, when we went around on these airplanes, and that was the primer basically that you had on the airplane at that point in time, that wasn't a top coat. We went over these airplanes with a fine tooth comb. And we put pieces of tape on things that you had to really look at to see.
There's still some spots that I could fix.
Yeah, I see one right here.
Yeah, I have covered with clear.
Yeah, you see it from this side. This angle, you can see it in the reflection.
The grain.
No, it's a line.
Yeah, I see it, but it's so minute.
Yeah, I know. So, but we really were looking for that stuff. The more you handle these things, the more.
I mean, when somebody comes and goes, nice airplane, they're not, you know, they
Yeah,
probably,
you got some guy fitting for you, and he reaches down and one hand's the nose of it. He leaves fingerprint indentations in the front. I always pick it up I cradle it in the palm of my hand and grab the spinner.
that's how I pick them
Yeah.
up. Well, shit, let's see what anybody said, and then we gotta go. Well, been on an hour and 19 minutes. I appreciate it. We had 10 watchers and 10 likes. That's a good thing. Didn't get as much done as I'd like to today, but, you know, it progressed pretty good, really. I mean, what are you going to do? So I'll go home and dink around on it and watch some TV. I'm about ready to sit down and watch TV anyway.
Like me, heck, I go to bed at 9 o'clock at night. I don't hardly ever stay up later than 9. No, I'm up at 3.
I go to bed at 12 and I'm still up at 3.
Yeah, I could do the same thing. I go to bed at 11 or 12 and come up and still get up at 3. It's just a normal thing.
I'll blow some white on this at home. Go around and touch them. Little spots up, you know.
Yeah.
This needs some white on it here. It looks dirty, but it's not.
No, it's probably that primer, the green putty showing through. You need to work on that black back there with a magic marker back there on that fin.
No, not till it's cleared. Then I'll ink it.
Whenever, I'm just a spot that needs to be taken care of.
Ink it. I'm happy though. It's definitely nice. Nicer than the last one.
I don't know, the little Tucker looks pretty nice. It came out pretty good. You got oohs and ahs about it, but we know where all the fuck ups are in it. But
Yeah.
I don't understand how they miss looking at them, but or seeing them. But that's me and you.
This one's definitely nicer. The finish is better.
Yeah, the base is better on it. The base wood finish is better on it.
And when I get it cleared, it'll be fine. And you know, in all actuality, if I shoot 2 or 3 extra coats of clear over that little spot there and sand it, it'll probably go away.
Probably.
Yeah, I'll just paint over it.
Wait until you get. Your scallops are going to be in some of that too, aren't they?
They go right over it.
Right over top of it.
So what it is if I don't fix it now and clear doesn't take it out, It's a 3-color change.
Yeah.
Red, white, and blue. I mean,
You're putting 3 scallops up on the front.
2. It's got white between it, got a red, then a white stripe, then blue.
Yeah, you were saying something about silver up there.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay. Busy. Gonna be busy.
So, yeah, busy, that's good.
Well, I like playing airplanes myself.
Yeah.
I think a plane clean. They got to be done better because there's nothing to look at.
That's why you make it so busy, go, wow!
Yeah, you spray that spray shine on them.
Yeah.
I said, "Wow, look how shiny that airplane is." They don't care that you used the Kitwood elevator and stab and everything with square edges on it. It was really shiny.
I wish I could paint urethane. If I painted urethane on this, it'd be a 20-pointer. Because you paint one coat of urethane on and then sand it all flat, and then paint a finished coat of urethane on it, sand it flat, and buff it. That's 6 ounces.
Probably.
Anybody that says 1 ounce is full of crap.
I don't see where you're gonna do it in 1 ounce. I'd have to actually physically watch it done.
It's 3 ounces a coat.
I did a vector, or no, it was a evolution, cardinal evolution, and sprayed 1 coat, a clear coat on it, and they gained like 3 ounces. And that's a smaller airplane. That's probably 2.5 ounces, but it still gained 2.5 ounces, for a coat. 1 coat of dope, 1 ounce maybe, not
You
quite.
gotta remember, whatever is in the can of urethane, you weigh that and you spray it on. That's what you sprayed on your
Yeah,
airplane.
oh yeah. It
Because
doesn't-
nothing evaporates.
Nothing gases off, no gas and all.
The only thing that's missing is maybe the overspray that goes away, but 99% of that is on the airplane.
Yeah.
So if you put a quart on there and a quart weighs 10 ounces, that's how much you put on your
Put 10
airplane.
ounces on it, that's right, exactly right. You can tell that with them cans of primer, just the difference in weight from DC 540 to that orange can stuff. And then the orange can to the gallon can.
Gallon can, we need to get,
We need to try that on something, but it's gonna take a shit pot full of thinner.
that gallon can will make 5 gallons of primer.
Oh yeah, easy.
Maybe more, maybe 6.
Easy, yeah. It weighs 30 pounds, and it's a gallon.
High solids. It's like a gallon of lead.
I know I'm exaggerating by the weight, but you have to pick this doggone gallon can up. Man.
It's 15 pounds.
It probably is.
It's like a gallon can of lead.
Yeah, it's. Look at it.
It's the heaviest paint can I've ever picked up. It's like a solid can of lead.
Yeah. It's pretty amazing. Wow. I'd have to think about looking at some duplicolor primers.
They don't work. I've tried them. They don't work. They're
The
shit.
problem is they're lacquers and they don't have the right flex to them. They dry too brittle. I painted some airplanes with that stuff in the past.
They crack up.
Yeah, they crack. And not so much that it'll look like an alligator after 3 years. The paint doesn't have any flex to it, doesn't have any plastic shit to it. Well, you look at a lacquer paint job on a car, it'll be all alligatored in 3 or 4 years on a metal car.
Unless they put castor oil on it.
Yeah, some kind of plasticizer. Which they normally only use that on bumpers and stuff like that. Plastic
Flexol
bumpers.
is what they use on that.
Castor oil.
Castor oil works. I couldn't believe at the museum when the guys were talking about paint dope on Corsairs, you know, and canvas, you know, I go, you guys use any castor oil and dope? No, we don't do that. Well, why
Why
not?
not? Yeah.
What are you
Paint
talking
job will
about?
last longer.
What are you talking about?
They
didn't
thought
know.
you were nuts. Put oil in paint. There used to be such a thing called oil paint. Oil-based paint.
I need to figure out, you know, those circles. I'm glad you reminded me. You know, I had thought about doing this before. Just never got around to doing it. Give me a knife over there.
You still got one out there, didn't you?
No. I put it back over there.
This is a brand new. All I did was cut that pipe down on that one up there with a sharp.
I'll take one of these here and set it right. Oh, that'll be perfect.
You'll be able to get your sweep perfect.
Yep. That looks about in the center, doesn't it?
Let's get it left. Pretty close. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's good.
Come straight back. And then I guess I could cut it inside.
One up here, a big one. No, you actually need two up here, don't you? Or
No.
is this coming straight across the top?
No,
Are you gonna put the roundels on the side and
No.
then just run straight across the top?
the round one goes here and straight across the top goes here. Because this lick comes down and goes back, and this lick goes around and back like that.
Yeah, this is the top line to the scalp.
Yeah, this top line is the hardest one. I mean, if you remember when I did the last one over here, how many times I put it on, took it off, put it on, take it
I
off.
do that every time because you get this edge is sort of rough, or it's lopsided to one side, or using those circles like that will make a big difference in laying this out and making it nice and easy, because you put that fine line tape on there then and use that as your guide.
God, hell, I'm going to use it as the mask.
Well, you could, yeah, I guess you could just.
That's where it's going to be right there. I'm not going to tape over the top of that. Look at it, see if it's centered.
Okay, I'm gonna do something now. Gotta go to the left just a little bit. It is too much. You can see it's too much.
So I'll leave them up there so I can do it while they're up there.
You can come this way some. back to you a little bit. Oh,
There.
start laying it down.
That's pretty good.
How was the secret? Did you guys see that? Anybody watching?
So now I'll just take the tape and run it straight.
Straight line right to there. Use that.
No, the tape will go on this side of it.
Yeah.
This sticker will be
The outside edge.
right. And then this one, I'll put a 1-inch sticker down here, and then right over here, put a 1-inch sticker, attach them together, and then connect them up. That way it'll come out perfect.
Yeah.
If it ain't perfect, it ain't worth doing, because man.
Well, this is just so much easier to do it like this than to try to freehand that radius and all that stuff. I've even taken a round drafting guide and drew a pencil line, and still it's a little bit off. This is perfect.
Yeah.
You can't get any better than that. It's cut by the machine. You're not laying any tape on that.
Computer perfect. You know, you could do scallops like that too, now that I think about it.
You could have cut that big swoop if you could get good enough at drawing on that program.
What big swoop?
If you had wanted to do that big swoop, you could have done all this together. Or 2 T's and put this on and then lay the swoop in there. I mean, you're talking about that at one time is coming off that, coming down.
I also thought about a 23 standing up this way behind this, so it was big inside there, like a 3D type thing.
Having the paint mask makes it just so much easier.
Yeah.
Especially with stuff like those checkerboards and that kind of stuff. That's just.
Yeah, how long would this take? And it still wouldn't be this is exactly the same as that one.
It'd take 2 tape offs and it'd probably taken.
A week?
Yeah, a couple days. A day for each tape off, and then painting it. You probably wouldn't paint it the same day you taped it off because you'd be tired.
And they would not be perfect. They would not.
They wouldn't be perfect.
They wouldn't be exactly the same. These are exactly the same. I gotta fix that too with white right there. Airbrush. Well, at least I got them on. I go home and tape them out. This was a turn I dreaded making, but doing it that way, it'll come out perfect. Now I can just put a piece of tape there and pick a point here, and then pick a point there. I'll paint it. See, it's got a little spot right there. I just paint the front of this, top of this red, thin stripe. That's going too far because this will be red here. I'll just airbrush a little white on there.
Okay, this.
Yeah. Sounds good.
That's a pain in the ass to do.
Sounds good.
Yeah, it's hard to do.
Sounds good. Now you could do them scallops. Or you could make some bubbles on it.
Yeah. The fizz of the Dr. Pepper.
Yeah. Yeah, I got my Team Dr. Pepper hat and jacket coming.
Gonna get your pair of white boots and white pants and
White pants, you got 'em. White pants. I had them. I got pictures of me with Trophy's white pants on.
I'm surprised you put them on long enough to do that. But that was a Mr. Clean, man. Mr. Clean. Mr. Clean was the thing.
Now it's black because white is just too dirty.
Oh yeah, it's too hard to keep clean. I can't hardly wear white. I just can't.
He likes how I designed the polarity on the decal or on the lead outs. Yeah. This is down, danger, red, stop, and black is up. That was Dan Winship that said that. Danger, down. My lines are coded too.
You do the opposite of mine. I always do red as up, but I started doing that a long time ago by painting the top of my handle red. I can sit there and just look at just one color on your handle and the color goes up.
Well, see, my lines are color coded too. You know, I put the heat shrink on the lines, and red to red and black to black, and
well,
then we
do
go
it the right way. You got a dedicated handle, dedicated set of lines for that airplane.
That's it. And if my slow boat from China ever gets here, I'll have a dedicated handle for this airplane.
I got 2 slow boats from China coming in.
Yeah, well, Australia is already in Los Angeles.
It's going through
Customs.
Yeah, that could take a week, depending on how tied up they are with the COVID.
It's just an excuse to be lazy.
They lay everybody off. It's like the hospitals. They're wondering why. Well, we're overworked. All these people were overworked. Well, if you remember right, when the pandemic first hit, they laid off like 60% of the hospital workers. Told them to go home. We don't need you anymore. We got enough people to handle the pandemic and nothing else. And that they shut down all the other.
As a mechanic, when the snow comes and the crashes come, we don't get to go home.
No.
Because we're overworked. Get to work and get the job done.
And then be out there putting glass in the middle of the winter time because they wanted to get warm. You got to put the frames and that glass in there. We need to warm this place up so we can work. You guys freeze your ass off. I don't know if anybody's been in a big building and set a door in the end of one of a big building before you got the other end cut off. That wind comes whipping through there like a ton.
Well, Dan, what do you think of the Dr. Pepper logo? Come out good, huh? Looks just like the box. Oh, Dan might need stencils too. Okay, Dan. We got a plotter. You can come over and design your own. Nothing to it. Time.
That's definitely time.
It takes no time at all to cut these things. I bet it takes, to cut all the stencils on here, if I went print, I bet it took less than 10 minutes.
Probably.
But to get all that shit laid out in the computer took me 4 to 5 hours. I'm sure that a guy that did it all the time could do it.
Well, it took you longer than that because you had to hunt up the logos and you had to search that out and find the ones that you wanted. You know, you got 3 or 4 days in finding, patterns and all that stuff and getting it loaded into the computer and then manipulating it. And the time that, the font was wrong and you had to go in there and clean all that stuff up. I mean,
then to pick them.
Yeah, they have to sit there and weed out all the stencils and
Then put the transfer to it. It's a pain in the ass.
But it's still not as much of a pain in the butt as it is to tape all that stuff off and cut out masking tape or frisket paper or something like that. Or shelf paper. I'd use shelf paper. Just bought white shelf paper, drew everything out on it, and hand cut it.
Yeah.
Bang, bang, bang.
Yep, that come out good. It'll be fine. I might even do this on the bottom. Do a scallop on the bottom.
That big hole down there, then.
Yeah, go behind the hole, whatever. Or front of the hole. Between the head hole and the exhaust hole. That way it'll look even upside down and right side up. And what I'm going to do for the doors here is the front half of this will be red down here, and then a black stripe down here. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. Might paint this spinner to match this.
Travis.
I know it's.
Yeah, I know, but it would probably look better if it was painted.
Yeah. All
You
matching.
need to paint the prop too.
Yeah, well, I usually do.
Leave the aluminum. Just paint the carbon part.
Yeah.
Because that adds a nice little accent ring and stuff up front. Sort of goes with the landing gear and the wheels. You need to get some of these little acorn nut things for your landing gear.
Yeah.
They look pretty nice on there.
Yeah, I know. Okay. What, the Brodak?
Yeah, they're just, I don't think they were Brodak, but they're all perfect or, I mean, they'd be easy to make. Just make some, you came over here and got on the lathe.
Yeah.
Piece of 1/4-inch round stock in there and
Drill a hole.
put a radius on the end of it, cut it off, turn it over and drill a couple holes and tap one.
I don't know, it might be harder than you think, because that's awful small. There's nothing to grab onto.
Yeah, I know, there isn't. But it's worth buying them
Right,
because they're only $2 or
right.
$2.50.
Take all day to make two little nuts when you can get them for $2.
You spent all day on that. Remember, Jerry? The wife come up here, the 2 little pieces I told you how to make. Spent all day down there making those 2 little pieces. Yeah, those things look great.
Yeah, he was proud of them. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, share. Appreciate it. 12 watchers. I hate computers. I can spend all day just to edit and upload 10 minutes, a 10-minute YouTube video. Haha, don't I know it? That's why.
Yeah.
And then Dan says, they need to send me a few cases of pepper a month. I drink that many too.
Yeah. Easy.
All right, Dan, everybody, thanks for
I'll
watching.
get with you sometime here sometime after the holidays. Make some kind of arrangements to get together.
Yep. All right, guys. Till we see you again. Fair winds, tight lines. See ya.